Your phone sits in your hand like it belongs there, like it has always belonged there. You probably did not even think before picking it up. Your fingers moved on their own. Your eyes already know the shape of the screen. You wake up and the first thing you touch is not your dreams, not your goals, not even your own thoughts. You touch your phone. You do not realize it yet, but your phone has been training you. It trains your focus. It trains your attention span. It trains your desires. It rewards you for being passive. It rewards you for scrolling. It rewards you for doing nothing. And you call this freedom. But what if you are not the one in control? Think of a moment when you were bored. Just a second of stillness. Your mind wanted to wander, maybe to think about your life, your goals, your fears. But before any of that could happen, you reached for your phone. You gave the device permission to decide your thoughts. You gave it ownership over your attention. And attention is the most valuable currency in your life. Every time you scroll, someone earns. But it is not you. Your potential is not something that gets stolen in one day. It does not disappear in a single moment. It slips away slowly, small amounts, minute by minute, notification by notification. The tragedy is that you do not feel anything being taken from you. That is why it works so well. You are addicted, not to your phone, to stimulation, to escape, to not being alone with yourself. It is easier to watch someone else living their dream than to build your own. It is easier to watch someone else work out, someone else travel, someone else succeed, someone else fall in love, someone else build discipline. You convince yourself that you are learning, that you are inspired, that you are preparing. But deep down you know, you are just avoiding the work. You are hiding from your own potential. There are two versions of you, the one you are now and the one you could become. The distance between them is measured in how you spend your time. Every time you choose your phone over your purpose, you feed the weaker version, and it grows stronger. Little by little, it becomes who you are. There was a time when you could focus, when your mind was clear, when you could sit with a task for hours, when boredom led to creativity, when silence led to imagination, when time felt slower. Remember that version of you. That version still exists, but it is drowning under constant noise. You do not even know how to be bored anymore, and boredom is not your enemy. Boredom is the birthplace of greatness. Every great idea is born in silence. Every breakthrough comes when the mind finally has room to breathe. Your phone has taken that space from you. When the mind is always stimulated, it loses the ability to create. That is why you feel stuck. That is why your goals feel far away. That is why you feel like you are not enough. Not because something is wrong with you, but because your mind has been hijacked. There are entire companies with billions in funding whose only mission is to keep you scrolling. Their success depends on your distraction. The more time you spend looking at a screen, the less time you spend building the life you want. As long as you are distracted, you cannot rise. Your potential requires discomfort. Your phone eliminates discomfort. And that is the trap. You look at others and think they are more talented, stronger, luckier, smarter. But most of the time, the difference is simple. They trained themselves to focus, while you trained yourself to escape. Think about what you could achieve if you had the focus you once had. Think about the skills you could master. Think about the body you could build. Think about the habits you could form. Think about the life you could create. Not the life you watch, the life you live. The world is full of people who could have been great. People with dreams, talent, ideas, passion. But they lost to the scroll. Do not become one of them. There is a version of you that wakes up early, that reads, that trains, that learns, that works in silence, that builds something meaningful. That version of you is not a fantasy. It is real, and it is waiting. But you will never meet that version if every quiet moment is filled with noise. Discipline is not something you discover. It is something you create. You create it by choosing to do what is difficult when it is easier to do nothing. You create it by choosing to be uncomfortable. You create it by choosing yourself. You will not change your life in one day, but you can begin in one moment. And that moment is right now. Put your phone down, not forever, just long enough to remember who you are. Sit in silence. You will feel uncomfortable. That is good. That is your mind waking up. That is your potential breathing again. The world will try to pull you back. Notifications will try to reclaim your attention. But you are not a machine. You are not a viewer. You are the creator of your life. Choose where your attention goes. Choose what you feed. Choose who you become. The world does not need another consumer. It needs another builder, another thinker, another leader. That is who you were meant to be. Your phone is not evil, but it must be controlled. Because if you do not control it, it will control you. And if it controls you, then your life is not truly yours. Stand up. Do something that requires effort. Create something. Learn something. Exercise. Write. Build. Think. Do anything that requires being awake in your own life. Your future self is watching you. Every decision you make is shaping who you become. Make a decision you will be proud of. You have no idea how powerful you can become. Not yet. But you will. And that version of you is waiting. Not inside your phone, but inside your effort.